Dear Dawn, well, I wanted to send you a note and include some photos of Kevin. We were watching Kevin playing with Luke yesterday. I said to Leon how great it was to see that. Leon started saying, "Look at them, they're brothers. Brothers forever." Our boys mean the world to us. God knew what he was doing when he made it so I wouldn't get pregnant. I know you know how much we love our boys, but I'm sure it feels good to have me say it too. With love and prayers, Janine.
The day that I found out that I was pregnant, I cried. I had so many mixed emotions. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know, what step to take next. I was terrified.
When a birth mother contacts the Adoption Support Center, we know that she's afraid.
Typically, she's concerned about financial situation. She's concerned about the birth father, some family issues. Is there a home for my child? Is someone going to want my baby?
She is in a time crunch, and she has to have some answers quickly, right then on that phone call.
She's concerned, is she doing the right thing?
No, I didn't have anybody really that I could really turn to and say, they made this decision, maybe this is the decision I should make, or another decision. I had no one.
I firmly believe that a young woman does not have to go through the adoption process alone. There is wonderful assistance out there. There's wonderful resources and information. I'm proud of how we do it.
We answer the phones 24 hours a day, so that means even at night the phone's on the bed, on the nightstand, and at that moment when there's a birth mother in crisis, that takes precedent over anything else.
The people were, so overly happy to help me in any way they could. They told me, that any time that I needed to call them and, just have someone to talk to about the situation that I was in.
What we can offer a birth mom is free counseling, and that's not just during her pregnancy. Of course, it's after. She has my phone number for the rest of her life.
When we hang up the phone with a birth mother after she's called in, the immediate next step is to get in touch with one of our counselors, Amanda or Kate.
Adoption Support Center, this is Amanda. Yes. Oh, just the person we've been waiting to talk to.
Amanda and I are just really there to support the birth mothers. That's our biggest role, is just being supports to them.
The staff at Adoption Support Center did everything in their power to make me as comfortable as I could be.
I'll be there when she meets her adopting couple if that's what she wants to do.
I think it's important that they know that no matter what they tell us, they're not the only person who's gone through it.
I'll give her a call right now.
All right, thanks.
Sure. As a social worker employed by a hospital, I found that women who had come to the hospital to give birth, who had worked with the Adoption Support Center prior to that time, were very well prepared for what was about to happen.
I want young African American birth moms to know that they do have a choice, that they don't just have to settle for something that they don't want to happen, and helping her understand that she's not alone, that there's other people out there who've been through the same thing that she's been through, and that could help her get through it the best way possible.
The most important thing we do is help a birth mother find the perfect couple for her. We can treat her wonderfully, but it is the match with that adoptive couple that is everything.
The Adoption Support Center helped me choose a family. They gave me Michelle and Daryl's biography.
Yes, we have several different adoptive couples to choose from. They create a biography which includes
what kinds of things they like to do, what kind of family they have, what kind of people they are. They arranged a meeting with Michelle and Daryl, and they told me that if I wasn't comfortable with them after we talked, that I could change my mind and choose somebody else. They were the perfect family the first time I met them.
The fact that the birth mothers can choose their couple, even if it's the last minute, I think it does set us apart, because, we really want to make them feel like they have all the control, because they do.
My relationship with the adoptive parents has been excellent. I could have never asked for anything better. I know now that I made the right decision by picking this couple to adopt my child. They've given her everything I wanted to give her and more. Looking through the pictures, I know that she has an awesome life, and every day is happy in this little girl's eyes.
Probably the most important word in our name is support, because that is what we do. We support the birth mother, the adopting couple, and the baby through the entire process and after.
What we do after the baby is born and the placement has been made, I think that it helps both parties feel just that they're not kind of left alone, that they're not forgotten, that we're still there if they should need something.
When I first found out that I was unable to conceive, it was very, very difficult. It was almost devastating to hear because it was a dream growing up. I always thought I would grow up, get married, get pregnant, and have children, and it didn't work out that way.
Well, the Adoption Support Center came into our lives about 4 years ago, I guess. Janine and I had made the decision that it was time for us to consider adoption.
We felt very happy that they provided counseling for the birth mothers, and that was something that was important to us because we didn't want to feel like we were just taking a baby from a woman and saying goodbye to her. We wanted to know that if she needed to talk to someone at any point in her life, she would have them there.
Our obligation to the birth parents is to provide a safe, loving environment for the child to grow and prosper in. To know that the decision to place them for adoption was based on love.
It takes a strong heart, a strong woman to give a child up. But for the child, you know, in the best interest of him growing up in a good environment, I'm very proud of her, very proud.
I am amazed at the strength of the birth moms for being able to carry a child all the way to birth and feel comfortable enough and confident enough in other people to raise that child for them.
I have utmost respect for the birth parents. They wanted the best for Nicholas. I consider the birth parents complete heroes. We think of them every day, we pray for them every day.
How I feel about the birth mothers is I have pride for them. Makes me cry. They're very special.
If you were my son's birth mom sitting there right now, it'd be hard to keep it to a few words, but the first two would be thank you. You've given us the most wonderful gifts we've ever received in our lives. We will always be grateful to you. Thank you.